I hope you all are doing well. Been a little busy over here. I wanted to make this video a month ago. I just haven't had time to put it together. I've been meaning to, but this isn't happening. Um, I'm 54 years old. I've been here for a while. Okay, I've known a lot of people. And I think almost everyone has known at least someone that was full of crap. Bullshitters. Boasters, big talk. I always call them big talkers. Someone who has, if there's a conversation, whatever the person's talking about, the other person tries to top it. There's a lot about themselves, but just big talkers. And you know when they're talking, it's kind of they're talking out of, okay, whatever. But they're full of crap. Most of the time, it's harmless. I used to go to this bar I used to go to years ago. And that was part of the whole entertainment, is everyone in there was just full of it. You sit down there, drink for a couple hours, whatever, just hear these people talking, going back and forth, and it was entertainment. I've had good friends that were full of crap. And once again, they're very entertaining. Maybe not the best friends in the world, but they were entertaining. They were a good time, most of the time. I've dated some women that were full of crap. You could be your boss, you could be your employer, whatever the case is. But everyone is known or knows someone like this. Okay, and I'm not trying to condemn these people. This isn't a criticism like they're, I'm not condemning them. It's just who they are. But it's typically someone who's a big talker is compensating for something. They have an insecurity, a fear, and they run their mouth a certain way to defend themselves, to protect this fear that they have. So it's an insecurity. And some people it's bigger than it's worse in some people than it is others. Some people it might be just a very specific topic. I had a friend who you could talk to him about anything, but if you brought up his parents, his relationship with his dad, he became a completely different person. And if you knew him, you just didn't go there. But that was the one topic where this man did not want it exposed, and it just made him turn him sideways. But these people are like this because it's an insecurity they have, and certain things will threaten that or trigger it, and they start talking too much. Now, why do I bring this up? Like I said, I'm not trying to condemn these people. Okay, it's just who they are. And once you understand the reasons why they do it, you can pretty much pity them. But my warning is don't do any business with them. Hopefully you don't marry them. Hopefully you don't date them. Hopefully it isn't someone you partner up with for business or whatever the case is. Because typically, 99.9% of the time, they're going to let you down. They're going to disappoint you. When you actually need them, or when you actually need them to hold up their part of the bargain, they're not going to be there. And reason is usually because it's going to that insecurity is going to come up at that time, and that fear is far more important to them than anything they have with you. Okay. And I had a relationship situation about a month and a half ago with an attorney who I dealt with a couple years ago, and he was considered the best in town for this particular thing I was dealing with. I've dealt with 5 or 6 attorneys in the past 4 or 5 years. All this stuff my family's gone through, and really got to know a lot of these people. But this one attorney who has a great reputation, when I first met him, this guy was a BSer, which wasn't necessary because he had a powerful reputation, very skilled at what he does. He's an attorney, and has a lot of success. But still, the way he was talking, my red flags were up, and I'm like, this ain't right. That he's doing this. He would cuss like he was trying to be like a kid, like trying to relate to me by using a lot of profanity. He obviously didn't know me. but it just didn't fit. And it came up inside of me like, why is this guy doing this? This is a character flaw here. Now, I'm different now when I look at these things differently. Back then I thought, well, that's just who this guy is. Obviously he's a very good attorney, and what do I know? Well, it came down where I needed him. Okay, I needed him to keep his end of the bargain of something. It doesn't matter what the detail is now. And he did not, which kind of blew me away. And then I remembered. And this is something that you explained it to anyone that said, yeah, he should have been there for you on that. Totally left me hanging. And I got to thinking, I've known other people like this, big talkers, and at some point they always burn you. They let you down, disappoint you. And I knew when I sat down with that attorney when I first met him, and I had to sit down with this guy several times for hours on end, and it was always the same. I was very uncomfortable around him, and not uncomfortable, but I lost a lot of respect for him because of the way he was talking. Not just the profanity, but he was always trying to, it's just big talking. I'm this, and we're going to do that, and it's going to be like this, whatever. It wasn't necessary. But I had a feeling inside me that just, this isn't right. Now now being a few years older, 4 or 5 years older, I'll give you an example. I'm going to go meet a new dentist or an oral surgeon end of the month, and I've talked to I talked to this assistant who does this. You answer all these questions over the phone, and I kind of got the same feel for this guy. I said, well, we'll go and show him my wonderful teeth, which I know he's going to say, but we're going to see how's this guy talk. And it's really not going to be so much what he said, although that's important, but how this guy says it. If this guy turns out to be a big talker, I'm walking out. I've learned my last dentist, full of crap. And sure enough, did me wrong, and it's just a matter of time. So I had several. I said in the past 5, 6 years, I've dealt with like 5 attorneys, and only one of them would I even consider spending time, like sitting down having a cup of coffee or a drink or dinner, whatever. Only one of them would I even consider having any relationship with outside of the office of attorney-client relationship. They were all jerks. Now, some weren't big talkers; they were just jerks. But it is amazing for an industry how none of these people would be considered my friends. I wouldn't hang out with these people, except for one guy who seemed pretty cool. He's the guy we deal with right now, younger guy. But anyway, that's the point of the whole video: is everyone knows someone like this. It's been my experience. They're going to let you down. Now, if it's a guy across the bar that you know that makes you laugh all the time, or your neighbor, your nephew, or what could be any one of those things, that's fine. That's harmless. You can deal with that. But try not to do business with them. And you have to listen to. I've made videos about this stuff before. When you really start to listen to people, and if you get certain feelings like, that ain't coming off right, that ain't sounding right, file that away, because over time you'll start getting that. You may get that again, and you can pretty much depend on. You're right. That's that sixth sense, so to speak. Is correct. There's something wrong there. You need to take a look at that. Or you've been warned. This person ain't straight up. Hopefully I'm making sense. Like I said, I got to go talk to this new dentist, and I do everything this way now. If I have it, you can't always. Sometimes you have to. You might be trying to buy a car from someone or whatever, and this is the person you got to deal with. And there's some big talker. Well, okay, as long as it's a short-term relationship. But if it's someone you're going to have to do business with over time, depend on, I'd avoid them like the plague. Yeah, I might run out of dentists because I've already run out of attorneys. Love you, God bless.